Hi there, it's Phil here. Sorry I can't be there, but I'm with you virtually. I'm just going to give you a small introductory presentation about PLNs before I hand over to Maria and to Sarah. What are PLNs? Well, PLNs are personal learning networks, as if you didn't already know, and we'll start with a definition by Nick Peachy, which is a group of people, any people, that can help you develop and learn. Nick thinks it's very important to remember to stress that PLNs means people. Because so much talk about PLNs gets tangled up in technology, websites, etc. But at the heart of PLN is the concept of people who are connected together to help each other grow and learn. Okay, in groups of 2 or 3, what I'd like you to do is just spend a few minutes chatting to the person next to you about what you understand by a PLN, and maybe you could answer how do you think that you can build one, and also what tools are there. So just a few minutes, spend some time chatting to the person next to you. Maria and Sarah will keep an eye and maybe go around the room. And I'll come back to you in a moment. When I start speaking again, we'll carry on. Okay, hello. Can I stop you there? Hang on, hello. Okay, can I stop you? We'll carry on. Okay, let's carry on. Okay, well, as we already know, PLN stands for Personal Learning Networks. Sometimes the term personal learning environment is used to refer to the different media involved or the tools used to create and maintain a PLN. You probably mentioned a number of tools in your discussion, or platforms as they're called, associated with maintaining a PLN, such as Facebook, Google Groups, Yahoo, Ning, blog sites such as WordPress and Blogger, which we know about. You may have mentioned wikis, or you may have mentioned virtual learning environments such as Second Life. The more you choose, the more potentially you can be connected. But it must be said that joining one or other of these networks does not necessarily guarantee PLN development. Like any tool, it's how you use them. So what's the point of having a PLN? Well, it's friendship, informal learning. There's the support that you get. It's a way to solve problems. And it's exchange of knowledge. You're meeting like-minded people. It's about sharing and collaborating. And it comes with the autonomous, self-directed learning. A PLN is nebulous. It lacks structure, and there is nothing definite about it. Members in any network are not constant. It changes shape and expands as more contacts are made. A PLN allows you to learn anything, anytime, anywhere, with anybody you choose. A PLN allows you to decide for yourself what you want to learn or focus on. A PLN can be developed for any interest area with a range of communication tools used to stay in touch with like-minded peers, experts, or anyone who shares an interest. A PLN makes active learners of all of us. But building a PLN requires some thought and making the right choices. It also requires some effort to set up and maintain the connections that are made. So what would be the PLNs of a network teacher? Well, you could have your colleagues, the people you work with, your local family or community. You could be sharing print or digital resources. You could be going to conferences, both in real time, by being advertised about conferences, or by going to virtual conferences. It might involve curriculum documents, social bookmarking, video conferencing online. The creation and maintaining of blogs is highly critical in this area, and you'll find a lot of educators and teachers maintain a blog, some for reflective purposes. The creation of wikis and podcasts, and using Twitter. And there are all the established social networking sites that we know about. It can be also used to share photos and video and other popular media. A great place to start is by joining Twitter, as it can easily connect you with other like-minded people. By following other people, such as teachers or other educators and other teachers of English as a foreign language, for example, you can keep up to date with the latest news in the area, with trends and tools that have been or are being developed. And you can also tap into the social networking sites, which most of us are familiar with these days. But there are also especially ones for teachers, such as Classroom 2.0. And you can also start and maintain a blog. Everyone in this class has already maintained a blog for ICT. And these are valuable tools which you can place at the heart of your PLN. And there's mine. And by linking these together, you can connect, say, your Twitter account with your blog account. When I made my blog for ICT, which I still add to occasionally, I tweeted every time I added a new post. Not just that, if I found out about another person or another idea, or if I found something interesting, I would retweet it on my Twitter page. And by embedding that in with a Twitter widget on my blog, I could also link the two constantly. And this is a common thing to do. Just like anything else that involves the human experience or interaction, the act of learning does not happen in isolation or in a vacuum. It is at the intersection of prior knowledge, experience, perception, reality, comprehension, and flexibility that learning occurs. Other traditional learning paradigms of behaviorism, cognitivism, and more recently constructivism have been the benchmarks against which the learning process has been measured. At the heart of a PLN comes the idea of learning through connectivism. According to George Siemens, connectivism is driven by the understanding that decisions are based on rapidly altering foundations. New information is constantly being acquired, and the ability to draw distinctions between important and unimportant information is vital. Also critical is the ability to recognize when new information alters the landscape based on the decisions made yesterday. Connectivism is not the same as constructivism, which is a learning theory which was developed before the modern digital age. Learning theories, including constructivism, are concerned with the actual process of learning, not so much with the value of what is being learned. In a PLN or networked learning environment, the very manner of information that we acquire is worth exploring. The need to evaluate the worthiness of learning something is a meta-skill that is applied before learning itself begins. And when knowledge is abundant and often untrustworthy, such as out there on the World Wide Web, the rapid evaluation of knowledge is important. In today's environment, action is often needed without personal learning. That is, we need to act by drawing information outside of our primary knowledge, and the ability to synthesize and recognize connections and patterns is a valuable skill. So what do we think of connectivism as a learning theory? Well, learning and knowledge rests in diversity of opinions. Learning is a process of connecting specialized nodes or information sources. It's the capacity to know what is more critical than what is currently known. It's the nurturing and maintaining connections which is needed to facilitate continual learning, and the ability to see connections between fields, ideas, and concepts is a core skill. And currency, up-to-date, accurate knowledge is the intent of all connectivist learning activities. Decision-making is itself a learning process. Choosing what to learn and the meaning of incoming information is seen through the lens of a shifting reality. While there is an answer right now, it may be wrong tomorrow due to the alterations in the information climate affecting the decision. And that all comes from George Siemens. Okay, so what do you think of connectivism as a learning theory? I want you to spend a couple of minutes, again with the person next to you, and just talk about this. Okay. Can we stop there? Can we stop? Thank you. Thank you. Hello, thank you. I thought by now you might have switched this video off because you might have been bored, but I've come to the end now, and I'm not in a position to go through this with you because I'm not actually in the room, and I recorded this a week ago now. But I'm now going to pass over to Sarah and to Maria, who are going to carry on with the presentation. Thank you very much.